Hello guys and welcome back to Heart of the Holte. No Dan Morgan with me today, just me, myself, Dan Wiseman, running you through with 5 things that Aston Villa need to do to beat Wednesday's opponents, Sheffield United, in 150 seconds. Now this is actually a more difficult task than it may seem. Despite being bottom of the league, Sheffield United have picked up some really positive results in recent months. You think back to that 2-1 win at Old Trafford. They've shown that they can still make it very difficult for their opponent. So let's get straight into it. 5 things that Aston Villa need to do to beat Sheffield United. Let's get it. So first up, last season, Sheffield United's 3-5-2, 5-3-2, depending on who they're playing at the time, really confused opponents because it is a formation that can go from a real Italian-style catenaccio to being a fully fledged attacking overhaul in just a matter of seconds. Sheffield United achieved this by playing quick, long balls up to their strikers who hold the ball up and then are surrounded by a swarm of teammates. They then spread wide, they get them out to those wide positions and cause teams problems from the flanks. But they need to stop this process by winning the initial aerial duels. And thankfully, that's very much possible. While Sheffield United are sat second in the league for aerial duels 1 per 90, Aston Villa sit 4th. So as long as the likes of Tyrone and Esri win those initial aerial duels with their strikers, we should be able to stop those overhauls that Sheffield United can create in attacking situations. So naturally, the next thing that Villa need to do is stop Sheffield creating those situations in wide areas. Their 3-5-2 is designed as such to get those mazy overlapping runs from centre-backs and full-backs to create 2v1 situations with an opposing team's full-backs in order to get good quality deliveries into the box. Now, assuming at right-back we'll be seeing El Mohammadi starting, Sheffield United, rightly or wrongly, do not disrespect the Egyptian king, will see that as a weakness in the Villa side. Chris Basham or Ender Stevens, whoever starts up on their left-hand side, will try to double up against Elmo, which is why we need Bertrand Traore and whoever starts on the left, we assume Anwar El Ghazi, to drop back and help their fullbacks in these situations. Now, for this next point, I'm really going to put my head in the slammer and say that there is a chance that in this game, Aston Villa might be better off without Jack Grealish. Now, I say that because in recent weeks, we've seen oppositions find a way to pin Jack up against that touchline and restrict his offensive output. And Sheffield United's formation means that they too can quite easily put 8 or 9 players behind the ball, create a low defensive block and restrict teams once they get into the final third. The way to break this down is to vary your attacking situations and patterns in order to find those penetrative passes in behind. 46% of all of our attacks in away games this season have gone down that left wing where Jack usually is. And so without him, we might be forced to mix it up just a little bit more, find those different players who can produce the goods and break the deadlock. Now next up is all about Villa exposing that lack of confidence in the Sheffield United back line. Their negative 29 goal difference this season really sticks in their heads when you put pressure on that back line. They look shaky, they don't necessarily trust each other, and when you put pressure on them when they've got the ball, they often give the ball away. Liverpool demonstrated this really nicely at points on Sunday night and created several good chances off the back of it. Villa need to do the same on Wednesday, set those press triggers, get up against those fullbacks and centre-backs, force them into making errors and maximise your chances off the back of it. So the final point is something that you can perhaps treat as a bit of a last resort. It is set pieces. Sheffield United have the second worst defensive record in the league in terms of conceding from set pieces with 11. Only Leeds with 12 have conceded more. Whereas Villa, on the other hand, have been pretty good at scoring from them. We did it against Leeds and our tally of 10 is the 4th best in the league this season. If Sheffield United do make it hard for us to break them down and tough for us to find that opening goal, set pieces might just be the way to do it. So there you have it, Villa fans. In more or less 150 seconds, the 5 things that Villa need to do to walk away from Bramall Lane on Wednesday night with all 3 points. Thank you very much for watching these new previews. You guys seem to be really enjoying them, so let us know in the comments what you thought of this one and what you think the score is going to be on Wednesday night. And also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, then why not? We are so close to 4K subscribers and that would be an absolutely crazy achievement. Dan and I are working really hard to achieve that, so if you enjoyed what you've seen, then we'll be back on Wednesday night with even more. We'll have the Villa Filler podcast coming to you guys before Dan gets you another preview before the game at the weekend. It's a crazy schedule at the moment, but we're going to be with you every step of the way. Don't you worry about that. Up the Villa.